Welcome to Good Grief, the podcast where resilience meets reality. I'm your host, Dr. Christine Malone. In this podcast, we delve deep into the stories of individuals who've triumphed over tragedy, adversity, and trauma. In every episode, we bring you raw and honest narratives from guests who faced life's most challenging moments head on. Through candid conversations, they share their journeys of resilience, shedding light on the strategies, mindset shifts, and support systems that empowered them to rise above their darkest hours. Join us as we explore the profound depths of human resilience and discover how, even in the face of life's toughest trials, there can be light, growth, and yes, good grief. Hello, listeners. Thank you for joining me for this special Mother's Day episode of Good Grief. I do not have a guest today, but I am going to talk about some special moms out there, moms who maybe don't get celebrated for Mother's Day, and I want to recognize them. So today's episode, it's a tender one, but a necessary one. It's a space held gently for the mothers who may not be celebrated with flowers or brunches, but who carry motherhood in quieter, more complex ways. Mother's Day is often wrapped in joy, celebration, and nostalgia, and for many, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. But for others, it's a reminder, a tender bruise, a silence that hurts, a story that never had the ending we'd hoped for. So today, I want to say this is for the mothers no one sees, the ones who ache in silence, the ones who once were or could have been, the one whose stories don't fit neatly into a Hallmark card. Let's take this time to honor the unseen and unspoken layers of motherhood with compassion, vulnerability, and above all, acknowledgement. So to share my personal story, before my oldest son was born, my husband and I spent years with infertility. I remember those early Mother's Day and how much they stung. Every commercial, being invited to baby showers, smiling photos of moms and their babies. It felt like it was happening in a different universe, one that I wasn't allowed into. The sadness was deep, but so was the shame, the kind that told me I wasn't woman enough, that my body was failing me, that I was broken in some silent, unforgivable way. I felt isolated, even in rooms of people. I wanted to be happy for others, and sometimes I was, but often I was just tired of pretending. And here's the truth I want to say out loud. Having children doesn't erase the pain of that chapter. It softened, it changed, but the girl who sat in church trying not to cry during the Mother's Day sermon, she's still with me, and I honor her today. There's so many kinds of mothers we forget on Mother's Day. Let me just name a few. Those who walk the long, lonely journey of infertility, mothers who've lost pregnancies, infants or children, women who endured failed adoptions or were forced to walk away, those who were estranged from their children or separated by circumstances they cannot control, women who made the gut-wrenching choice not to parent out of trauma, survival, or love, and those who are still hoping, still trying, still waiting, and those who once believed they would be called mom, but life took a different turn. There is grief in never hearing the word mom. There's heartbreak in dreams deferred or permanently out of reach. There's complexity in watching others celebrate a role you once hoped would be yours. If that's you, I see you. Grief is hard enough, but grief that isn't seen or acknowledged, that can be unbearable. I believe there is power, real healing power, in naming those losses out loud. It says, you're not invisible. You matter. Your pain deserves space. So I want to invite you to speak your truth, write it down, create something that holds it, even if it's just for you, because this grief is real and it deserves a name, a voice, and a witness. To those of you who are walking this path, I want you to know you're not forgotten. You may not have tiny fingerprints on your kitchen windows, but you've carried motherhood in your bones, in your prayers, and in your longing. Your grief matters, and it doesn't make you any less of a mother. In fact, it shows the depth of your love, even if it never had a cradle. And to those of you listening who love someone grieving in this way, please don't try to fix it. Don't offer platitudes. Instead, offer presence, a gentle text, a thinking of you, reminder that you remember their story too. Let's honor the full spectrum of motherhood, the seen and the unseen, the held and the lost. Today, I hold space for all of you, for the mothers who never got to mother, for those whose arms are empty, but whose hearts are full of love that had nowhere to land. Grief doesn't mean you aren't a mother. It means you loved or dreamed deeply. From my heart to yours, you're not alone. And this Mother's Day, I see you. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Good Grief. We hope that stories shared today have inspired and empowered you on your own journey of resilience. If you want to dive deeper into the themes of trauma, tragedy, and survival, be sure to check out my memoir, The Day I Became the Spider Killer, a memoir of trauma, tragedy, and survival. In this book, I shared my own raw and honest experiences, offering insights and strategies for overcoming life's toughest challenges. You can purchase the book on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or listen to it on Audible. Your support helps us continue to bring these powerful stories to light and spread a message of hope and resilience. Stay tuned for more incredible stories on our next episode. Until then, remember, even in the face of life's toughest trials, there can be light, growth, and good grief.